Good morning, everybody. How is the day treating you so far? We actually have two shows today. Hello, Sharon. She said, I'm working today, but I'm saving your program for when I get off. Yep, it'll be there. Summer Smiles. I set these reminders, but I haven't gotten one yet. Yeah, I know what you mean. I set a reminder just as a test, and I'm doing the damn show, and I don't get a reminder. So, yeah, that's why I tell everyone, check the community tab, like the page on Facebook, because that's usually where we put the reminders. Superior Dreams, good morning to you. Hello, Cindy. Hello, everyone. We had some busy chatters in here. Juicy Tequila Bobo, good morning, my friend. Good morning. Hi, Dara Lee. Missed you yesterday, unless I just didn't see your comment. Hello, Aggie. Holly B, how you doing, my friend? There's Katie Bird. Good morning. Hi, Tammy. Let me see. I hope I got everybody. Good morning, Michelle. I see you. Says, I'm going to put that up. She says, good morning, everyone. Praying today is the day little summer is found and justice begins. Whew. Me too. Am I the only one that's like checking your phone every 2 seconds for an update? Just thinking any time now that they're going to come across her. I mean, granted, we've been doing that for months anyway, but it was like kind of heightened yesterday, if you know what I mean. Hey, Tamara, how you doing? Hi, Marie. Hey, Deb. Danielle, good morning, Brooks and Kevin and Mods and everyone in chat. Absolutely. There's my friend Anna. How you doing? Bloodhounder, good morning. Hey, Julie. Hey, Bonnie, Soul Survivor, Celeste, Miss Vixen. Ooh, what a name, Miss Vixen. Hello, Pink Phoenix. Oh, thank you, I see you. That's awesome. I see Butterfly Brain, Lone Wolf Spirit. Hope I got everybody. I think we have some new people in here. Hit that sub button. Hello, Eileen. Hit that sub button and ring the bell. I can't promise that they're going to notify you because, I mean, not everyone gets notified, like my own self. And glad you're here. Glad you are here. Gina said, good morning. I've got flight tracker and the scanner on. Here's to hoping. Welcome, Gina. Welcome. Are you local? I'm going to assume. I mean, I don't want your address, but very interesting. If you hear anything, let us know, please, because this is, this has really got my nerves worked up. Speaking of working my nerves up, let's bring up Kevin. Hello, Kevin.
Good morning, everybody. How is everyone? I hope today is the day. I hope.
Yep, we have a lot of people.
And I hope some more.
Yeah, Gina said she's a state over. Okay. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Vicky. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, I just think everybody was pretty heightened yesterday, just because,
Yeah,
they planned search, but as we spoke yesterday, it could have been planned at the night before when they got something back. You know what I mean?
yeah, and you know what? I'm really I have a good feeling about them sticking to this same area. They're not just running around searching here and there and there. They've stuck to this radius for a reason, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, searches are super expensive. And Amber just came in here. I'm actually going to read one of Amber's comments that she put up yesterday in the comment section on the channel. Yeah, searches are super expensive. They're really detailed. They don't do wild goose chases. So if they're concentrating on one area, there is there's a reason. There's a reason.
Yeah, there's a really good chance that they're I don't even know what the word to use, but they're I just don't think it's on a hunch. Well, yeah, she might be here, but we better just check it. I think they've stuck to an area for a reason, in my opinion.
I would like to know why they didn't tell Dawn and Candace they were getting ready to start searching again. They haven't been charged with anything. They haven't been named a person of interest. Matter of fact, they have said everybody is a suspect. Hey, Danielle, thank you. We love the support. Thank you. By the way, guys, memberships are coming. I got to get a few more things worked out. So mainly the perks. So if you guys can think about what perks you want with membership, just let me know. Oh, I thought somebody was at my door. Sorry. Okay, Pink said, did you see the surprise and fear? Yep, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So before we dig too much in this, how was your evening last night, Kevin?
Very good. I watched, well, one of my favorite shows is Bering Sea Gold. I like that show. But then I also watched a couple of the Bering Sea Gold. It's on Discovery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good. But then I watched the video with Don, and then I watched a couple videos on the Topping girls.
Yep, we're going to talk about them.
I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Turpin.
How do you pronounce that?
Turpin.
Turpin, yeah. I watched. What a horrid story that is. God.
Yeah, I can't wait to dig into that this afternoon. It's actually an old case, but there's other things going on. So everybody come back at noon Central Time, because we're going to do a show on the Turpin family. So, yep, last night I was supposed to jump on panel or jump in the show, the chat, whatever, for Everyday Shenanigans. And I had been on the show earlier in the day. So for those of you that popped over, that was fun. I don't go on panels very often. You just don't see me. And I was just like, wow, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to put up a link. I didn't have to put up any slides, didn't have to watch chat. I was just like having a great time chatting.
And you didn't even know it, and I was watching that live.
Did you hear me talking about you?
Yep. Yeah, I like Everyday Shenanigans. I like her attitude. Yeah, I like her.
So anyway, I had texted her, even talked to her on the phone, and she told me what time the next live was going to be. I'm not a night person, okay? So I was like, I'm going to lay down and read this, and I had my food, and I was eating, had the TV on. I wake up at 1:08 in the morning, okay? And I'm like, oh, damn. So I go to YouTube, and it showed that her stream had ended like 33 minutes before. So I think she'll be okay. She'll get over it. I mean, she's not mad or anything. I was just like, what an idiot. ICU says you can see the airplane circling live on Flight Aware. Is that an app or are you on your site?
Man, they're even spending money on airplane. There's something's up, man. That's all I'm saying. This ain't no just rinky-dinky search.
No, helicopters, drones, dogs, officers. I mean, I saw like all the ATVs and everything they had out there yesterday. Hello, Chase and Justice. So hang on, I'm going to put this up real quick. I think everybody pretty much got settled. Hang on. Where is it at?
I bet Don and Candace are crapping in their britches. Okay. Oh no, do we lose Brooks?
No, I put myself on mute so I could get
think we
loaded.
did. Oh.
Nope. All right, so our friend Kat, who's a mod in here and a huge supporter of the channel, and we support her channel too, did a video yesterday and has Ronnie Lawson. And so as the video goes, I'm going to pause different moments of it and we're going to talk about it because I think he's saying a lot more than what we're catching. Hang on, chemist in the kitchen. Can someone remind me who stated they found footprints and where they were determined to be those belonging to a small child? Yeah, anybody want to answer that question?
What was that?
The footprints, Summer's footprints or footprints of a small child. I thought that was basically dispelled, unfounded. So I don't know. If you
When
guys
did
know,
that happen?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying if anyone knows, put it in here. She asked that question, and I said I thought that was dispelled early on, that was a rumor. Dodging Bullets, the footprints were at Jody Sue's place. Did Jody Sue say that there was footprints?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I want to know more about that because it was brought up in chat yesterday. Okay, she said Michelle put a video this morning. Okay, all right. And then it came from another creator. Well, I'm going to go check that out because when I heard it earlier, I don't know.
Who, Michelle After Dark?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. I never heard nothing about it.
Yeah, more people keep bringing it up. Like I said, I thought that was put to bed a long time ago. You never know. Never know. All right, let's watch.
It could be a
Could be a what?
Like we were talking earlier, it could be a damn cigarette butt.
Yeah, when we break down this video, I want you to bring that back up. We're not, it could be anything that would help them. So hang on one second. Why are you out here today?
We are doing our second search for summer whales. We planned this search back really before we left the last time, and we want to wait till this time of year after the frost and that the leaves are off the trees, we can see better and do a more detailed search.
Now, I'm not saying that I doubt that they plan to revisit that area. I'm not saying that at all. I go back to what TBI said last summer when they were done searching, and they said, no, there will be no additional searches unless credible evidence is brought forward. Remember that, Kevin?
Yes, ma'am. And I think where they're searching, they have credible evidence of some kind. We have no idea what it is. Nobody does. They're not going to come out and tell us. And but in my opinion, like I keep saying, I don't think this is just on a hunch at all. I just don't. Too much time has gone by. You know what I mean? And with this much time, they've had to have had something come back that keeps them in this area. That's my opinion. Hello? Oh no. Brooks, you there? I think we lost Brooks. Huh, we haven't been having that problem with StreamYard lately. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, I was saying that enough time has gone by that I would think they're not going to waste a bunch of time in this one area. There's got to be something that I'm not saying they have, 100% sure this is where summer is. I'm not saying that. But something is keeping them there, in my opinion. So what that tells me is that maybe they have a timeline, the size of the radius that fits their timeline. I don't know, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it could be multiple things too,
Yep.
It could be multiple things.
It could be a lot of stuff.
Something back early that tells them to focus on that area,
Yep. Like we were saying, it could be a cigarette butt with somebody's DNA on it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you're 100% right. All right. If StreamYard kicks me out again, guys, I'll be right back.
No, we haven't been having that problem lately.
Nope, but you never know, because StreamYard is very finicky.
Sure don't. Yep, can't control the internet gods.
Nope. But no, that's a really good point to make. You know, obviously, seeing summer is one thing, clothing or something like that, but it could be something where it's like, I haven't been on this part of my property, and how did this get here? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It could be, hell, a piece of paper that fell out of your pocket. I mean, crime scenes are, there is no perfect crime. There's always evidence of something. And it could be anything. It could be you accidentally dropped something. You know, you just never know what it could be. But the way forensic sciences and all that nowadays, it's just, man, they can nail your ass with something that's really simple.
Yeah, something you didn't even think about. Lone Wolf, thank you for the $10. He said the plane they were using had high resolution X-band SAR ground penetrating radar. The answer to your question: my uncle was sheriff commissioner in Whitewell, Tennessee. I was a fire medic for both Jasper, Whitewell, Tennessee. Well, thank you for your service, and that is extremely interesting that they're using equipment like that. Equipment like that is not cheap.
Yeah, and would they spend that kind of resources and money on just a willy-nilly search? No, absolutely not. They've got something. I have no idea what it is, but something just telling me that they've got something.
Oh, I agree. All right, hang on. Let's get through this video real quick. I'm going to try to stop it so we can discuss.
And that the leaves are off the trees, we can see better and do a more detailed search. Hopefully find some kind of evidence that would help us find something.
And then just basically, who all is here, how many folks are here, and what exactly, when you say evidence, what exactly are we looking for today?
We're looking for anything that would be evidence that someone's been in that area.
Mm-hmm.
We also have over 120 officers, people here searching. We also have at least 12 to 13 agencies involved.
Okay, that's a big search. This isn't just something, this is a big search. This was very organized. You know, Lone Wolf already told us about the plane. You know, he's explaining how many officers are there, multiple agencies, dogs, you know, you name it.
And the way you got to look at this is
search where the officers and individuals searching can take their time and look at every little thing, not have to worry about all the foliage and the briars and things like that. So it makes it a lot better for the searchers. And as you see, the good Lord has blessed us with a beautiful day, so that makes it better too.
Sheriff, tell us kind of how the search is. I mean, how do you actually search? You stand side by side and just look for anything, or
the officers are standing almost shoulder to shoulder and covering just almost every inch of the area that they're searching. And hopefully it's going to be a mile radius, maybe even more. We don't know yet. Just depends on how far that they're able to go during this time.
Are you looking at, I guess, fields, cliffsides, pretty much everywhere?
We're looking everywhere. And we've looked over these places numerous times, despite what you hear on social media. We've looked over everything.
Right there, tells you.
Everywhere. And we come back and do it again. Like I said before, we planned this at the end of the last search. Wait till after the season changes and come back, and hopefully we can find some kind of sign.
What kind of technology is being used today, and is there dogs being used? So what is aiding in the search?
We're using, of course, a lot of officers, and we're using the drones, we're using aircraft, and we are using dogs. You know, we still, want people to check their areas themselves. We've got permission from the landowners this time to be on their property. They know we're there. We know it's deer season, so we're still trying to be very careful with that. But if people's got trail cameras or anything, we still want to keep looking at these things. And any tip that's reliable, that's not coming from social media, call my office or 1-800-TBI fine.
Are you guys searching on the Wells property today, or
We're searching everywhere today in the whole immediate area.
Sure, if there's something else you make that later on down the road, it just doesn't come out of anything today. Maybe.
As in,
I mean, search it again. Well, I mean, another search, ground search.
it's not off the table. We're still just we're working at it every day. We're following leads, whether it's my office or the TBI. Something comes in, we check it out. And like I said, despite what you see on social media, we've looked everywhere. We've done everything we know to do, humanly possible. And as you see, we're all in. All agencies are working as a great team, great partnership, and we hope to find some. That's our number one goal.
what was the area of the ground search last time? Was it, do you know, square mileage wise?
I think it was almost 4 miles, I believe.
And you're searching a mile today. Sounds like a more concentrated.
It just not just saying just a mile. They're starting out and going as far as they can and along as daylight will allow.
Do you are you repeating the same search from the summer? So are you
Absolutely, same area.
The whole
whole area.
And no new ground?
Excuse me.
Is it new ground as well or no?
No, same area.
We could focus on those areas
Yep.
that were overgrown earlier in the year.
Right. And you can see it's obvious when the officers are going shoulder to shoulder up the mountainsides and stuff. And that would have been hard before some of this foliage and stuff had died out. And it's a very intense search again.
And then I'm sure, everyone and their grandma is going to ask us, is there any federal involvement in the search today?
The FBI is still a partnership with us. Anything, that goes outside this region, they're tips or anything, they're following up on it. But we're all working together as a team. And we stay in constant contact with each other.
Okay, so, whew. Like we
I know
said,
what I got out of that.
there's a reason for that area. They're not leaving that area. And I think, and I'm going to play the video. Hang on. I'm going to play the video in a moment of Don. He said they asked specifically, are you searching the Wells property? He said they are searching all the properties. So Don and Candace, I'm glad you've been doing your handiwork around there. They're searching your property. They are searching your property. All the neighbors that would not let them in, they're searching your property. This answers a lot of our questions. Where is Summer? Why hasn't this been done? Why hasn't that been done? These are not happy people. These are not happy people yesterday and today because they're searching again today. What do you think, Kevin?
What I got out of that was, okay, Ronnie Lawson said, we're searching areas that we've gone over and over again. They've already gone over. That tells me that they're onto something. They would not be spending this kind of time and money on an area. If they keep going over and over this same area, there's a reason. I'll tell you that right now. That tells me that they're pretty damn confident that the radius that they're searching is very credible. That's what I get out of it. At least at the worst, well, if they don't find Summer, at least we know she's not there. You know what I mean? But there's a reason they're spending so much time in this one area. They're not stupid. The FBI is, like you were saying this morning, you don't want the FBI on you.
No, you don't want the feds.
Those boys don't mess around.
Hell no. You don't want the government involved in your life, period. I mean, really? The FBI? Hang on one second. Okay, sorry. You there? I think he muted himself. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm there, but the FBI, they don't mess around. You know, if you got the FBI on your ass, well, you better have cause for concern.
Well, I mean, anytime
That's all I'm saying.
Anytime a child is missing, the FBI is going to be involved. That's it. They're not just going to leave it up to one agency. They're just not going to.
And you see, that answers another question of ours that a while back everybody had. Well, local law enforcement, they're not running the show. The FBI is. Ronnie Lawson is answering to the FBI, in my opinion. They're telling him what to do.
I think everything is being run out of Hawkins County, but you heard him say, it's a big team effort and they're in constant communication. So that leaves me to my next comment. There's been a lot of, how come they weren't searching the whole time? Police work isn't just on the ground walking around looking for Summer. There's other investigative tools that they have to use to bring this to a head, to find Summer and to get justice for her.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the stuff that TBI, local law enforcement, and FBI has had to sort through. You don't do that in a month. I mean, there's so many steps to getting all this info back, digital, whatever, any kind of evidence. It takes time. They got to interview all these people. I mean,
look at the people they have
in my
to
opinion,
interview. Look at the people they have to interview. Yeah. You can't make heads or tails of that day with the people they're talking to. I mean, come on.
Nope. And the thing of it is, I'm actually impressed with them, the law enforcement and stuff, because they're sticking to their guns. They're not going to give up on this. I guarantee you, this shit ain't going to just fall by the side.
They're not going to give up on this. And not to mention, do you know how many parents of missing children, they would give their right arm to have these resources? Everything from, yes, social media, to this extensive search, to actually pretty frequent updates. I mean, it's not good enough for us, but they do update us a lot more than other cases do. Dr. Phil, the behavioral panel, there's people out there that can't get any help. And they've just got it at,
and in my opinion,
they've got it at the palm of their hand and don't even appreciate it.
Right. In my opinion, social media has kept Summer's name alive. In my opinion.
Well,
really,
people wouldn't know about Summer if it wasn't for social media. This case wasn't going to hit CNN, Fox, the Today Show, anything like that. It would have been just centralized to Eastern Tennessee. So yeah, we all know about it because of social media. Now, the problem with social media, and that's not the problem, awareness, keeping a name out there, keeping eyes on a missing child. It's not up to us if a case goes cold or not. That's up to the authorities and if they hit a dead end or not. Okay? The problem is, as we all know, there are insane ass people out there, okay? And they think from behind their computer or their phone, their tablet, whatever, that they have some kind of insight into this case. And they will honestly call the TBI hotline. They will call Hawkins County
every day.
And they will tell them what the spirit box people told them, that there's a medium that's been talking to Summer. They will do that. They will say, well, I'm in this Facebook group. It really, I didn't even know that people were that crazy. I really didn't. And I was in this group and it was for Evelyn Boswell. And there were people that were popping in all the time saying, I called the TBI and I sent them your comment. I mean, crazy stuff. And I was like, yeah, no. Well,
we've we've dealt with a couple people already that say they talk to the FBI constantly. It's like, come on, and this has turned into a shit show. This Summer Wells thing, it is. It's a damn circus right now, and
Yeah,
I think
and
it
if
always will be.
you want to keep calling the FBI over shit you have put together through a Facebook group, they're going to pay you a
Right.
damn visit. They're going to pay you a visit, but it's going to be people in white coats that say, let's go take a 72-hour break, you psycho.
Exactly. But the thing of it is get back to the search. I honestly think that they're sticking to that area for a reason. I think they have a very good reason to be where they're at after this much time has gone by. You know what I'm saying? They have had to have had some stuff come back for sure.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my opinion.
We're going on 6 months. That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
there's stuff that goes on within the agencies and the offices. They're not just sitting there waiting for someone to come across Summer. They have other stuff going on. They're putting together, for one, they have to put together all these crazy ass stories. You can't make sense of shit that Hunter was telling you, because I think there's a lot of stuff he's leaving out. I don't think he knows he's leaving it out because of his age. Grandis has not been cooperative, that I can tell. We know Candace hasn't been. And Don, he's a local celebrity, Now you have a neighbor that's decided to become relevant. They've already said, we have the clip from Ronnie Lawson. I'm going to play in a minute. Don't need her help, but thanks. But she's not going to stop. You see what I'm saying? All of this stuff.
Yeah,
we're just talking amongst ourselves, okay? Because none of us are going to be like, hey, well, I'm doing this live. I'm going to call the TBI and see if they heard about what we were discussing because we have a theory. No, hell no. Discussing a case but amongst ourselves, not a big deal. But people that are crossing that line and trying to involve themselves in a very active investigation about a 5-year-old little girl. You guys realize her birthday's in February? She would have been 6 years old. And they're playing games with a 5-year-old lost life.
And the thing of it is, we can put to rest these comments about law enforcement doesn't care. Oh, no, they do care. They're not sweeping this under the rug. I'll tell you that right now. No way.
Well, and I mean, they're never going to work fast enough for us. And I don't know how many of you guys have law enforcement in your family, friends, whatever. They kind of get off on getting their guy. You know what I mean? It's not a fun day for them to figure out how to not get the bad guy. That's their bread and butter. That's what charges them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great point. Just think of how bad they want to find the people that are involved.
Of course.
Yeah. You know how bad we do? I guarantee you that's, like you said, that's their job.
And yeah, I get it. I get it. Where there's money involved and the government's involved, you're going to get some shady shit. You are. Not going to lie.
Yep.
You're good. There's, like I said, there's bad doctors, there's bad teachers, there's bad lawyers. There's a lot bad. I just don't see in this case that they have no intention of finding Summer. Oh, hang on. Lone Wolf, thank you very much. For the last 50 years, due to the nuclear power plants, people in Tennessee have built underground bunkers. You also have the Underground Railroad in Tennessee. Oh.
That's interesting.
All kinds of hiding places.
But I can say one thing, and this is my opinion only, probably, that Ronnie Lawson isn't the guy that a few months back people were just dogging that man. And I in my opinion, Ronnie Lawson, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. So that's my opinion.
I don't think he's ever run anything like this before. He can't put all this together. He's the spokesman. He basically just comes out and gives an update when it's needed. I really think all of this is being put together by upper agencies. I don't think he's organizing all this. Do I think?
No, I think the FBI is.
He wants it solved. Yeah, but I don't think that little bitty department could put all this together. Look at other missing.
Hey, Brooks, I got a question for you. has the FBI out of Knoxville, we find out that they're involved. Have they always been involved that you know of, or?
I don't know that the Knoxville office has been the whole time, but I know the FBI card unit was involved right away because, you know, they said Summer was abducted. They went through everything and they said there was no abduction. So they put that to rest
Oh, okay.
very early on. Hence why they haven't left that area looking for her.
Yep.
See, and people forget those details. That's why I can't wait for next week when every morning we're going to talk and we're going to stay right on subject. We're not going to jump around. When we go back to the beginning, because we all need a reminder of what happened. You know?
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to go back to the beginning because I think for a lot of new people, it's really, really going to open their eyes. It really
But,
is.
you know, not even the new people, for those of us that have been following since June 15th. I think that we need to go back and do our homework again because something's gotten lost over the last few months. And what's missing is Summer. We need to go back to what happened to Summer. What went on June 15th?
Yeah, not this shit, Joe.
No. So, all right, I'm gonna load this video real quick. Hang on. Oh, it's not working. Hang on.
Every time I get an update on my phone from WJHL there, I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you mean. That's how I was yesterday. Just for some reason, I kept thinking it could be any minute. All right, if this freezes up, guys, we'll be back. Yep, they're searching today. And I say that all the time, too, September Virgo. I say it all the time. I mean, anything's a possibility at this point. It really is. Nothing in this case would surprise me, except abduction, because they ruled that out right away. Ooh, Tiny Dancer.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say. Yeah, that's the one thing I can say with confidence. This ain't an abduction, in my opinion. No way. Not a chance in hell.
Tiny Dancer said
every crime
the perpetrator leaves something behind and they take something with them. Well,
yep.
That's why when Kevin was saying when they're looking around their property, it could be a cigarette butt. It could be a Sonic slushy cup. It could be anything, All right, so let's watch John's face talking about this search. I just want you to notice his mannerisms and the fact that he's got no color in his face.
Good.
Till this morning when I got a phone call and was told that it was out here. Yeah, they had a plane flying all day and drone flying all day, and the leaves are off the tree so they can see a lot better, and hopefully we can find some clues as to what happened to Summer. I know they left all their equipment up there in the cell tower and all that in TBI trailer. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, TBI and Sheriff's Department, for all you're doing, and thank you everyone for your prayers, love, and support. No, I haven't heard anything yet.
Well, like I said, it's not what he said, it was the mannerisms. Yeah, he hasn't heard anything yet. He's going to hear something. Trust me, he's going to hear something. Yeah, he does look afraid. This is the man that a few months ago said, they don't have any evidence. They don't have shit. They're not going to find, they don't have shit. Now they're out there. I mean, he can hear. He can see what's going on, even up on that hill. He knows what's going on, especially since they're going to search their property. This isn't the grin he had on his face at Dr. Phil. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, I agree. I think Don. I saw he looked concerned, in my opinion, and his whole demeanor. Yeah, like before he's like, "They ain't got shit." Yeah, like what you were just saying. He ain't saying that now, Don. Are you, big boy?
Well, he's not
We'll
saying
just
they
see
have
about
anything.
all this.
He looks confused.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks confused. He didn't have any color in his face, and he's just like, it's a planned search. Well, we all read the same article, Don. I think it's confusion. Like, why are they searching now and here again? And it's like he's trying to convince himself, oh, yeah, they already had this scheduled. Crime Time said, y'all going to think I'm crazy. But I'm telling you, he don't know what happened this summer. Don't kill me, LOL, just saying. A lot of people say that. Trust me, I go back and forth with that all the time. Was he truly at work? Something was brought up yesterday.
Nope.
Do we know for a fact, has it ever been reported, because I can't remember everything, did the boys really go to work with him, or are they really at home with that pedo that Dawn was talking about looming around? Because if the boys went to work with him, that would be the reason he took the Subaru. He can't pile them all in that little white truck. Did the boys go to work with him, and he brought them back home?
Nope.
So we know for a fact that
like you say, anything is. Yeah, anything is possible in this. I mean, yeah.
So that's what I mean. That's what I want to know.
Anything is. But I just don't see. Okay, here we go. I just don't see Dawn. Okay, with all the bullshit, like the dog trail video, all that crap. If it was truly an abduction, he would have never done none of that. Never. Why would he? Why would he have done all that? Do you think Don's sitting there believing that the abductor took her down the dog trail? No, I don't believe that at all. I think he's involved, and they're going to get their asses arrested. That's my opinion. No way. Why all these lies?
But do we know he's lying? We know Candace is lying because we've caught her bold face. Does he really know what's going on or not? I go back and forth, and I've got I've had a million theories over the last few months, a million, and I'm just like, did he really know? Because he's the only one that kind of keeps
I'm sticking with my opinion. I say he knows everything. So, you know how I am. I'm not going to change my mind.
He knows near everything. I don't think he knows near everything. I'll stick with that. Reason being is Candace is not about to tell him everything about that day. She's not about to admit to him that she bought alcohol for Hunter. She's not about to admit that she bought vapes. There is no way he could possibly know everything because Candace is not going to tell him everything. No way.
Well, I guarantee you, he knows it's not an abduction.
But isn't that the weirdest thing?
That's my opinion.
He has to know because he's alluded over the last month that he's throwing some shade at Candace. Is the elevator finally getting to the top where he's thinking it can only be my wife? Or is he trying to convince himself that she was abducted, trying to make it true in his mind? I don't know. I mean, you're not going to convince me he's father of the year. You're not going to convince me that he's this great guy. And I've said before, if it comes back that, hey, the FBI was wrong, the TBI was wrong, everybody was wrong, she was truly just abducted, I'm still going to say these aren't good people. Oh, we lost Kevin. Tammy, she said, what about when he said...
Oh, no, you didn't.
Uh-oh. So Tammy said, what about...
Oh, no, I'm right here.
Yeah, we can't lose you, my friend. Tammy said, what about when he said he thought about going back home mid-morning while at work? Yeah, and I want to know about that. Why would he go back home in the morning? Is it to take the boys back? Because out of all the stuff that he has said, he has never mentioned if the boys went to work with him or not. That would explain taking the Subaru. Either way, it's his damn car. He can take whatever he wants to work. If he didn't have the boys, then he needed the GPS to prove his location. Hence why he says Starlight is his best friend, or Starlink.
Yep, could be. But in my opinion and in my brain, that man knows exactly what happened. He knows where that little girl is. I'm just sticking to that. I could be totally wrong. But
Are you just
all the
going
lies. Why all the lies?
Crime Time
I
said,
don't know.
Crime Time said, where did him taking the boys even come from? Because on June 15th, when Candace picked up Hunter, she made a point to tell Hunter that the boys were at work with Dawn. I will never understand why she told Hunter that. I don't know why she told Hunter that. I don't know why when Summer went missing, she called Hunter. Hunter doesn't have her. Wouldn't you be busy looking for your child? He's 15.
Well, maybe there was a reason the boys could. What if you look at it? What if there is, I have no idea what it is, but I'm just throwing a theory. What if there's a reason?
He muted himself.
What if the boy? No, I'm saying, what if Don took the boys because he had to? He didn't want them at home. I don't know. I'm just saying, I can't, I guess I don't believe anything they say. That day, all that day, it's just, there's too many red flags even with Don. The very first interview, I'll see her in the resurrection. What the hell does that tell you? I always knew something was going to happen to her. That man knows.
Okay. Chance's Fate said, I've been wondering if Don did come back home that day in someone else's car so Starling would show his vehicle was at the job site all day. Man, I woke up thinking about that one day because there's a reason
There you go.
That he's bragging about that GPS. He's bragging about that. He's got 7 alibis. Hell, I would want 15 if my child was missing. I'd want 100. I mean, anybody I know. I'd be like, no. Yeah, he could have left the car right there. Candace could have picked him up. She could have brought Grandis back home and went and picked him up. It could just be the two of them.
Yep. I definitely think there was more than one car involved for sure.
Well, when you think about it, wouldn't there have to be? I mean, wouldn't there have to be?
Yeah, there would have. Yeah, there would. There would have to be. Yep. And I just do not see, there's no way in my mind that Don doesn't know. Or Grandis or Candace. In my opinion, all three of them know what happened to Summer and they know where she is. And I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah. Okay. So, well.
But that doesn't mean, maybe Don doesn't know. That could very well be
It goes without saying.
Yeah, it could very.
On June 15th, that is very close to a 5-year-old little girl. Her parents, her grandmother, her brothers, not implicating them, the people she was with, Hunter, there's something missing. There's something they're not saying that could blow this wide open. It's obviously a lot more complicated than we ever thought. I've said a million times, I didn't even start a group for Summer. You know why? Not because I don't care about Summer. I figured it would be solved by the weekend. I was like, one of the three of them did it. They're going to crack this really fast. They're going to be in jail for something with or without Summer's body, you know? Okay, hang on. Josh said, Don Wells has said they will never find any evidence. They will never find Summer. Yeah, he has. Yeah. Case in point, he obviously knows something. Does he know everything? There's no way, because Candace is never going to be 100% honest. Never, never, never.
I know. I'll put money on something else. I guarantee you, Candace has dirt on Don with Summer, and I'll bet that to the bank. And I'll bet Don has dirt on Candace for abuse and neglect. Both of them are dirty, in my opinion. And hope to God soon the dirt gets exposed.
It's getting exposed. It's been getting exposed since June. We see something new, some new depraved behavior quite frequently to where we're just like, I can't look anymore. I just can't look. I can't look anymore at what this little girl went through.
And it's awful fishy that Summer goes missing right before school for CPS. I'm still going to stick with this too. Don drove the car that day. All's eyes on Summer that day. He was on the phone the whole way home with Candace on that day. There's too many red flags for them, for not all three of them. But I could be 100% wrong. And I'll admit that. I may be way out in left field. But I'm just going by what I've seen and heard. And Don talking in past tense from the very first day. What does that tell you? I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I'll see her in the resurrection, okay? I always knew something was going to happen to her. Candace, her one really weird statement. Nothing would ever happen to her. Pause, as long as I was around.
Right. No, you're right.
Just stuff like that. That very first interview is too telling for me that they know that at least Don and Candace knows what's going on. And I don't believe for 1 second that Candace didn't tell her mother either.
Her mother was there. She was with her all day. They were doing a lot to keep Grandis out of it, that's for sure. Josh has a comment for you.
They sure are, aren't they?
Yep. He said, yes, I agree with Kevin there. They throw shade on one another constantly. It is sad. I will say the videos recently, he has appeared to look sober and more coherent. Yeah, that's true. And the one that he did yesterday, that was put up last night, it was more of a, he had kind of an oh shit look on his face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was kind of, he was more real. He wasn't the drunk Don. It was the real Don, like the first interview, the real Don. And I think he looked like concerned, like, uh-oh. I mean, he just was a totally different animal because he's still an animal, in my opinion.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Don't think that when all this is over and let's say we're all wrong, that they had nothing to do with it. That doesn't make them shiny new pennies of people.
Yeah, they're still not going to get their boys back, in my opinion. No way. Not after their shit show that CPS saw, I'm sure. All this social media pranks. And, let's not forget about the SA allegations against Don. Okay? Did that fall over and I hate it, but I have bad feelings about him and Summer. I just do. I think there is cause for concern there. Repeat behavior. They've never had to answer for any of their neglect and abuse. Candace has lost every kid she's ever had. So, in my opinion, they will never be a parent, in my eyes.
Look at the track record. Look at Candace's track record. 6 children. 6. He tried to sell 2 of his. Look at this track record.
Yeah. It's terrible. It is
I don't see why anyone can justify it. I don't get it. Aggie wants to know, why was David Dotson and Robin called to the house the night Summer went missing? Well, they probably wanted people to come up there and help them find Summer. Somebody that would show up and walk around the property.
Yeah, they had to look good. in my opinion. You know, they had to play the role. They had to keep playing the abduction game. You
Well,
know,
and
and that's
remember
exactly
also,
why they did it.
they have to look like parents that are
Care.
that are anxious, that want their kids.
Yeah.
It didn't take them long to figure out
Okay.
that this was going to be on the news. It didn't take them long, so
Well,
they were letting people know.
Well, if Don doesn't know anything, why hasn't he pleaded for his daughter? Why hasn't he handed out a flyer? Why has he said you'll never find her? Yeah, shit like that. Them are red flags, man. I mean, they're just, these people, I just think this case is like one of the craziest, dysfunctional, I mean, the worst that I've never seen a shit show like this. Have you, Brooks?
No. No. Hell, even Chris Watts was looking for Shanann and his kids. He was pleading for the best he could, knowing he's the murderer. I mean, the best he could muster up, not them. No. Even when the TBI was doing press conferences almost every day, guess who was missing besides Summer? Her parents. And trust me, they would have given them the microphone at any minute to plead for their daughter to come back. No, neither one of them did. Neither one of them did. The focus cannot always be on Dawn. It cannot always be on Candace. It cannot always be on Brandis. It certainly can't always be on Hunter, because I know some people have really ran with that theory. That's why we're going to go to the beginning and forget everything we thought before and start going through it again.
Look, you're right. You know, you're absolutely right. I mean, when you step back and go to the beginning and you look at the legitimate red flags, there's way too many of them, man. And the statement analysis guy, let's don't forget about that either. That with Chris McDonough, he broke down all of Don, that whole thing, and I'll tell you what, he put it to rest, to bed, because that was so telling and revealing. I think that was one of the best videos I've ever seen. Word salad.
Nope. I missed the comment. I was looking for this comment. I hate when I do that. Mary said her PI said Dawn is being locked up very soon. Well, I don't know. I guess, is the PI talking to someone in law enforcement? Does anyone know? Because somebody would have had to tell them that. Is the PI, TBI in Hawkins County, are they updating the private investigator? What's the private investigator for? Her situation with Dawn or for Summer? Just wondering if anybody knows.
And then another red flag was the door being locked. Them camps both had different answers. One was locked and one was unlocked. I can't remember which. No one in, no one out. That tells me right there it wasn't a damn abduction.
Well, and here's the thing. That was said very early on. And that, again, that's their ignorance, trying to make it look like that they are the helicopter parents, hyper vigilant. No one's getting in my house. I protect my kids. Then they're like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have said that. You know, because we've said it for months. We've said it for months. No one in, no one out. But people can't explain that. They still want to say, I mean, they come up with crazy things.
Yeah, and you know what? If it was an abduction, why would Candace even bring up a blue minivan? Right there. Now tell me that's not a red flag. If Candace, she says on the Dr. Phil show in front of the whole freaking nation, I think it was a blue minivan. If it was an abduction, she would have never even made that statement. They would have been on Dr. Phil begging for their daughter to the abductors, the phantom abductors. This is bullshit, people. These people are lying. And their day's coming. I've said that. And I'll tell you what, if it was an abduction, I will be absolutely shocked. But and like you said earlier, it doesn't matter because they still have to face the child abuse and child neglect case. I don't think that's over with yet at all. I think they're waiting on that. But that's my opinion, so.
I don't know why they're waiting or what's going on. I've heard the statute of limitations. I've heard 2 different things about that. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. No idea.
No, I'm talking about as far as the boys go. Not Candace's.
Something's going to have to happen there. Yeah. You don't just
Something.
and put them in foster care without charges. I'm surprised they haven't been charged already. Okay, blessings.
I think
Don's first interview, he said he'd see Summer in the resurrection. That says it all. He knew she was gone at that moment when he said that. Yep. There was absolutely no hope in his voice.
Nope.
I cannot believe.
And then what's that?
I cannot believe people call.
I hope she's not in the dungeon. Who says that when their kid is missing?
Someone that
that
had their child living in a dungeon.
Yeah, exactly. I always knew that something was going to happen to her.
And it's like I tell people, if you have time, go look at some YouTube videos of some kids that are actually, their parents have absolutely no idea where they are. They are, they're prayerful, they're hopeful, they're anxious, they're grieving, they're upset, they're beside themselves. They're not like, oh, I'll just see her in the resurrection.
Isn't it the lady? Who's the lady? Isn't it in Aruba where her daughter went missing?
She's still okay. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Good example. She about became a resident of Aruba trying to find her daughter. She is still now. She knows her daughter is dead. Okay. She knows her daughter was murdered. She knows
for sure.
She knows all that. But her fight for justice still continues. Have these 2 used their platform to try to find other missing children? They're not even focusing on their own missing child. Think about that. Alexander said she told Chris that the doors were locked. Then within the same interview, she said she can't remember. Yep, she did. She can't keep a story straight, guys. That's the reason she doesn't talk. And think about that.
So
she was one with her all day. She cannot keep a story straight. I did an entire show one time about all of her different stories.
Yeah, that's just it. They if this was truly an abduction, there would not be these lies. It would have been as simple as we have no idea what happened. 1 minute she was here, the next minute she was gone. We have no idea, but we are going to beg the abductors for our daughter back. Has any of that happened? Nope. Have they handed out one flyer? Nope. Are they shitty ass parents? Yep. Do they abuse their kids and neglect them? Yep. Are they lying? Yep. That all tells me that they know damn good and well that girl was not abducted and they know where the hell she is and what happened.
Yep. Celeste said, she said it looked like a blue minivan to me, while Don's ass had a genuine shocked look. Oh, he did. He couldn't have said shit if he had a mouth full of it. He looked at her like, what? What are you talking about?
He was like, I can't believe you just said that. That was the same look that Candace gave Don in the first interview when Candace said, she goes, nothing would have happened, pause, as long as I was around. That right there, that statement right there was so telling to me about Don.
She was around. What is she talking about?
I know.
If she was around, she was around. It wasn't like she was at the mall and Summer was with a babysitter. She would do.
And then her latest comment, your children, it's like a dagger in my heart. Oh, fuck, lady, you don't have a heart for your kids. Never had, never will.
She didn't say that. She didn't say that. Somebody wrote that for her. We saw her.
I
We
know
saw
that.
her
Yeah.
in the WJHL interview. We've heard her in the background on YouTube a million times. We saw her switching around, pulling off wires on the behavioral panel. We saw her on Dr. Phil. She doesn't talk that way. She does not use
Nope.
those type of sentence phrasing. We've seen the report that she filled out for the domestic violence last October of 2020. She doesn't put sentences and words together that way. She did not write that. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. She did not write that. I agree with that 100%.
No way. Daggers
in her heart.
No. Somebody should have, wrote her up a nice script for Dr. Phil. Because I don't care what Dr. Phil said. She looked guilty. She looked guilty. Let's see. I'm looking at some other comments here. You guys have some great comments, by the way.
And you can bet Dr. Phil don't believe her either. So, my opinion.
We got more new people joining in. Don't forget to hit that sub button and hit the notification. Not going to promise you that the notification works, but sometimes it does. At least you can check the community tab. Oh, yeah, the commandment keeper thing. I forgot about that. Well, I tell you what, he's obviously not a real commandment keeper because he looked like he had the fear of God in his face yesterday. He didn't have an ounce of color in his face. I'm going to put the link up. See if anybody wants to come up.
Yeah, I'd like to hear some opinions, right?
Yeah, because we got a lot of really...
We always give ours.
A lot of really interesting...
We always do. We always get good opinions.
Yep.
We do. We get really good theories, opinions overall.
Yeah, we do. Josh said, Dawn tries to keep Candace quiet. She should be the one talking the most, going by her original story. If Dawn was not there, who would get a manager yet not search for their missing child? Yeah. 1,000%. 1,000%. Why are you saying anything at all, Dawn, except for we want Summer back? That's it. You weren't there, remember? And I get not having Candace talk. Candace cannot keep a story straight. She can't. Even the look on her face, you just want to jump through the TV, the computer, or whatever, and just shake her and say, where is your little girl? Where is your little girl? Where is your little girl? You know? Where is she?
Exactly. Well, Don has to, let's not forget, Don is a narcissist. He's the one that has to run the damn show, you see?
Right.
That's...
Molly said, TBI definitely got a tip. Yep, I totally agree. I totally agree.
So do I.
So we got someone new back here. Hello, Slim. How you doing?
Hi. Hi. From Southwest Florida.
Woo.
Can you hear me okay? No echoes?
Yeah. What are your thoughts, my friend?
All right. So I had to pull over because I'm about to go on a hike. But
hello.
Hi. So my grandkids were taking...
Did I get kicked out?
Nope, we can hear
Hello?
you. We can hear you.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Way to go, Kevin. Hi. Oh, there he goes. Bye.
He'll go out and come back in. He lost his sound.
So my grandkids, which are 3 and 1, were taken by their mother to Ohio overnight illegally. And my family, my house has personally spent $12,000 on 2 different attorneys. And we're right now getting a Florida judge. Finally, 9 months later, 9 months they've been in Ohio. And we're right now getting a Florida judge to issue parental kidnapping against their mother because she's stolen.
She froze. Are you there, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm there. Slim froze.
Yeah, she froze. You'll have to get out and come
She's
back
like,
in.
I think is she muted?
No, she's not muted. It keeps
I'm
freezing.
waiting.
There. Okay, she pulled over, so she might be
Oh,
having an issue with signal.
Well, my problem was
Damn.
a phone call come in.
Oh, I
You
hate
know,
that. I
that
know.
always happens, right? So I don't even know how to stop that. I'm not savvy at this stuff at all.
That's okay.
But anyways,
I think you're pretty savvy.
we're having a judge 9 months later to get parental kidnapping. Now our worry and concern is, okay, so how's she going to react to this? She's been, you know, this is crazy. To have taken her from our family is crazy. I can tell you that my life, I've spent every day with these children since they were born. Every weekend, every Friday through Monday, I've been with them. I picked them up. I'm a weekend warrior grandparent with my husband. We've spent every weekend with them, and now they're gone. And
Honey,
we
I'm
can't
so
talk
sorry.
to them. We've
I am
been
so
deleted
sorry.
from Facebook. We've been blocked from their phones, from their whole family. And
Wow.
there's
That sucks.
there's no abuse. There's no abuse at all on these children. There's no reason other than maybe she's got her eye on another man. I mean, I hate to say that, but I know how I have been and how losing two grandchildren.
And I bet you've been diligent, working your ass off for months to get them back. And let me tell you, it's another case that I talked about.
Everything. You know, you go no link, right? I mean, you offer up every bit of credit you have because their lives are so worth coming back to a good place. We don't know where they're at. We don't know how they're being treated. We're being refused access to them at all, you know? And it's like, why would people do this? It's a crazy world. I mean, we could go biblical on why people do these things, but ultimately,
well, your case is parental alienation. Your case is parental alienation, and yeah,
it is
parental kidnapping.
It is,
and
right?
I'm huge
so
on that.
It's not even. These aren't even my kids. These are my grandchildren, but they're mine. You know, but they're and I know what it's done to us, and I cannot imagine if they disappeared. You know, if I was in Candace's shoes, like, I mean, come on, you this baby, and she's so beautiful, and these three boys, you birthed them. Come on, Candace needs to speak her truth. She needs to let all of this out. This baby, Summer, she deserves so much more. She's got family in Utah that love her and want her home in their arms in a family plot where she can be put to rest.
Well, and that's what I'm saying
in a
too.
more wonderful way.
There are good people in Summer's life that want her found. Obviously, everybody wants her found alive, but at least a final resting place. And we say it every day. This can end today. This can end today. If the people that were with her all day,
sweet Jesus, all of this, and I mean, this is war on our children. You know, we're letting her.
I can definitely sympathize with you. I definitely can sympathize with you about your grandkids.
I didn't come on.
No. Let me finish. Because I'm raising my grandkids also, and I mean, they still have their dad, and he's doing fine in their life. Their mom's a meth addict. She's just not around. She lost complete custody. But what my point is, I can't imagine all of a sudden being alienated from my grandkids. That would just rip me to pieces. I feel sorry for that lady.
Like we were told they were going for a visit. We were told they were going for a visit to Ohio to see their other grandparents, which is normal. They go a couple times a year, and they refused to return. And it's just been, and I didn't come on here for sympathy, and I apologize because my family has been really good about us approaching this in a really, really good way, because we don't want to do anything that devastates my grandchildren's mother, that scares her, that causes her anything that more desperate than what she's already done, so we've been very social media quiet and about this, and only our inner family knows about it. I just wanted to speak to my personal devastation.
I can only imagine what you're going through.
As a grandmother,
the point is, really besides what you're going through, besides what you're going through personally,
mother
is, look at, everything that you've been going through to bring your grandchildren back.
She's involved.
I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe she'll get a better signal. Hey, Matrix Rabbit, what's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Kevin? Can you hear me?
He muted himself.
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry about that.
Signal. It's like, it looks like it's froze. She's still backstage, so when she has a signal and she's connected, I'll bring her back up. But okay, so
I just didn't want you to hear my microwave.
So, I was thinking, what if somebody around Don and Candace was living a double life?
What? What are you talking about? Their life
What?
is life.
No. I'm talking somebody else around them has a double life.
So you're with the abduction theory?
No, I'm not really with the abduction theory, but if it was, it would have been targeted, and it would have had to been somebody they knew. In my opinion.
That I'll agree with. Because the odds of summer getting abducted in that area, that's highly unlikely, so unlikely that it didn't happen, in my opinion.
Well, the cops already ruled it out, so.
Right.
But I'm just thinking, maybe somebody isn't who they thought they were.
What do you mean?
Well, Don brought up that Candace made
the wrong friends. The wrong friends. Well, he's running with what was put in his head at the Dr. Phil show. So he's going to run with that, because you could tell he was satisfied with the answer.
Yeah.
And this is what I go back to. And no, I'm not sticking up for their church. I am not Seventh-day Adventist at all. Okay. I'm just looking at the common sense. Did they make a deal with someone and say, hey, she's gonna do like 20 errands on the 15th, and we're gonna put her in the basement, and we're gonna let you on the property come up the dog trail? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's the only reason why I even brought it up.
Okay.
What Don said.
So, speaking of the dog trail, here we go. So, Don has lived there for 12 years, and he didn't know about that dog trail.
Well, that's not true, because the kids rode the motorcycles up and down it. Candace said that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so why did he even make up that cockamamie story? You know why? Because it wasn't an abduction.
Or he's the one that used the dog trail. Do you think he's going to implicate himself?
Well, they've been telling us the story from the beginning.
Yep. if anybody used the damn dog trail, it was him, in my opinion.
So we have another really good comment. Okay, there's a little boy missing. His name is Michael Vaughn. He has a nickname. They call him Monkey. The authorities say Michael Vaughn is an abduction. Okay, if it's an abduction, the authorities will say, look at Elizabeth Smart. Look at J.C. Dugard. Look at Jamie Kloss, I think is her name. Look at Polly Klaas. They will come out and say, don't worry about the parents. Don't worry about the babysitter. Don't worry about grandma. Don't worry about uncle. Don't worry about aunt. This is an abduction. And they will say it. They have not, in almost 6 months, said it here. Thank you, Lisa. That's great.
That's a great point. Yep.
And also, if you guys go and check out my friend Kat, her YouTube, she's actually been doing a lot of coverage on the Michael Vaughn story. She got some really great stuff.
What's her channel again? Coffee. What is it? Coffee Time with Kat or something?
She'll put the link in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Katie said, he lived there for over a decade. He knew there was a dog trail.
Hell yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
So why did he lie about it? You know why? Because it's not an abduction. Otherwise, none of this shit would even be out there. You know what I mean? It would be like as simple as if your child truly got abducted, you would say, I have no idea what happened. I turned my back for 10 minutes. And that would have been believable. Candace, she's not a helicopter mom. And I turned around. I was doing something else. I got distracted, and Summer was gone. There wouldn't be all this bullshit of the blue van, the dog trail. I mean, all these things tell you that it's not an abduction. It's just ridiculous. And they're not going to get away with it, in my opinion. They're going to get arrested sooner or later.
Someone is. Someone's definitely going to get arrested. What?
In that video that you played earlier, did you notice his eye movement? Because there's 2 times he rapid blinks. One when he was thanking the cops, and the other one when he was talking about Summer. It's 2 different times he does it. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you can't control.
If I was him, I wouldn't be blinking. I'd be hiding my face.
Yeah, and he kept on looking away, too. Looking away, and then looking back, and then looking away, looking back. I don't know, it's just little things I pick up.
Well, I guarantee you one thing. They don't like that search that's going on, and I'll bet on that.
Oh, I bet you Candace is freaking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
Out.
He didn't have an ounce of color in his face. I swear to God, there wasn't a drop of blood in his face when he was doing that interview, or not interview, but his, on his YouTube channel, which why he did it, I don't know. So, Candace is freaking out.
Yeah, can you imagine? I bet you won't see her on camera.
Donnie, why'd you do this to me?
Yep. Dylan wants to say hi. Hang on. Hello, Dylan.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
What's up?
Not much.
What's up, buddy?
I'm a little late to the stream, but I'm here.
Dylan has actually he's a very talented musician and has been writing a song for Summer.
It's a work in progress still.
That's okay.
Hey, perfection takes time, right?
That's right.
Yep.
But anyway,
Don looked like he was literally looking over his shoulder. He looked extremely nervous in that little video they put out. Yeah.
And if he
I'd be nervous too if I did the shit he's done.
If he didn't do anything, why is he nervous?
Yeah, exactly.
I would definitely be anxious. I'd be anxious. I'd be like, hopefully today's the day. But I'd be anxious every day. I'd love to see Candace's face. I've never, had a child missing. Okay. I mean, like the short time that I haven't had my eyes on them, whether they ran away at the store, or, you know, something like that was hard enough. I mean, I couldn't imagine not having any idea where your child is. That's why I think that they have made peace with it, because they know where she's at.
We were in Florida in a gift shop, and I lost my grandson for about 3 minutes, and I was fucking freaking out bad. Seriously, I thought I was gonna have a stroke.
Same thing happened to me with my
It
kid.
flipped me out, man. I was so scared.
Okay, I got to look at this comment. Tamara, she says, I live in Tennessee in a house on a hill with a circle drive surrounded by woods. To pick up a child here, they would have to know about this area. Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody, and they'd have to know when she's home. It's not like she was just at home all day and there was nothing going on. She had a very busy day, right?
And I guarantee you, there's people in chat maybe that live in the hollers of Westford or wherever, any holler. Those people know who comes and goes, and you do not go up in them hollers if you ain't got no damn business. I'll tell you that right now. I grew up in West Virginia, and those people know what goes on there.
Okay, here's another great
Not
comment.
the kind of place.
Here's another great comment.
Yeah.
Christina said, and they would have to be physically fit enough to carry her. Yep, to get down. We saw on Chris's video what it takes to get down in that basement. Okay, because the door was locked, right? It was. She
maybe, maybe not.
So you would have. I'm just going off of what we know. What was told to us. So to get down in there, you'd have to know how to get down in there. Get back out without anyone seeing you. Okay, and get down that dog trail or that driveway. Yeah, somebody would have to be physically fit enough to do it.
And wasn't Don descriptive about it? I bet she was gasping for air. I mean, he went into this whole thing that you would not say as a parent because it would disturb you so much. It would be very, if your kid got abducted, I'm going to say whatever, my mind wouldn't even want to go there. I wouldn't even say that. She was gasping for breath. I mean, come on. I think that is.
The thing is, if Summer was truly abducted by somebody and Candace walked over to her mom's camper thing and back to the house, and when they were searching for her all over the property and stuff, there would have had to been some sort of evidence that she was abducted, because there's no way that you could come up on that property, grab a child, and get out of there in 10 minutes and not leave some sort of trail or something that shows that she was abducted.
Well, the FBI don't believe it was an abduction.
If she was abducted, they would have said months ago, this is an abduction, and they wouldn't be looking basically across the street. They wouldn't be looking on Beach Creek Road.
Nope.
And if it
That's
was
a very good point.
If it was Jackie Dobbs, if it was David Dodson, or, you know, whatever, you know, the biker gang, Allie, Hunter, Chris McDonough, the stepsisters, everyone else has been blamed for it. You know?
Everybody's been blamed except Don and Candace. That's the only two people that we had to look at.
They wouldn't have been right there. Yeah, exactly. Dodging bullets. Law enforcement ruled it out. Lisa, she said that is why the authorities say no evidence of an abduction. She had another good point. You know, when you live in a rural area and you're, you know, to yourself, you know, creeping around the woods is not something that people do. That's a skill.
No.
So you really think that the Sabbath teacher, Robin, decided to drive down to, you know, Ben Hill Road and come up the dog trail and just let herself in the house? I still can't get over that. That somebody just got in that house with 3 boys that were running around the house, grandma sitting outside or in the camper, whichever way, and helicopter mom everywhere who had all eyes on Summer. Come on.
Did one of the boys say they were playing hide and seek outside?
Yeah, that was mentioned somewhere.
Well, I mean, let's separate rumor and fact, okay? Because I mean, I can say all kinds of stuff, but it doesn't mean that it was ever reported. I mean, do we have an article? Did law enforcement say that they were playing hide and seek and that's what happened?
Nope.
Oh, I'll
Nope.
try to find the video I saw it on.
Well,
I'll
is it
send it
from
to you.
is it from law enforcement though?
No.
Is it something that a neighbor said, or just kind of through the telephone game? You know.
I think the sheriff said it.
Okay, well, if Ronnie Lawson
What?
said that we're playing hide and seek, I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll go through the videos and try to find it.
Okay, downtown Trina Brown said hide and seek was the first interview, I thought. Yeah, there was a very early news report where they said something about playing hide and seek. But it's like it hasn't ever been talked about since. So I remember that because we talked about this early on. This has been going on a long time. Because I said, is that something else that Candace threw hoping it would stick and it got disputed and dispelled really fast?
Well, if it was hide and seek, I'm sure CPS already knows about it, and law enforcement would already know about it.
Okay, so I mean, we have that, and then remember early on. Now, in the 911 call, the dispatchers said that the call they got said that she had gone on a run, came back, and 10 minutes later, Summer was gone. She was on Facebook June 16th, not looking for her daughter. She was on Facebook, I guess waiting for a friend request from Summer, and said on there, I was doing dishes. She walked out the back door. She didn't have shoes on. I think she said she had on gray pants and a purple shirt. Okay, that was June 16th. Then we hear the planting flower story.
And then we hear doing laundry. Then she was doing laundry.
In her timeline.
Not to mention Don using past tense almost the whole time.
Yeah, no shit.
And Candace.
Yeah.
Neither one of them have ever.
And neither one of them can make a plea for their daughter either.
No. You can give up on that. That's a moot subject.
I mean,
give up on that. Give up on that.
Look at the Vaughn parents compared to them.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, if Mike's mom got a call, so just we might have a sighting. She'd be in the car and halfway there by the time they told her it wasn't. But Candace, nope.
I think when Don and Candace made the 911 call to say someone's missing, that they're starting to see that it's backfiring on them, and they're just trying everything they can do to get it sorted the way they want to go.
That's what I don't get. I don't get why they called 911. These are people that don't call 911.
I've said that a million times.
Publicity.
Why would you even call 911? Nobody was going to miss Summer. Nobody was going to drop by and say, "Where's Summer?"
Because they wanted the attention. That's what I think.
That's not the attention they wanted, my friend. That's what I've always wondered. Why? Because I don't believe for a minute, especially Don, that they can outsmart law enforcement. I've always wondered about that.
Don thinks he can, but he can't.
There's no such thing as a perfect crime. Sorry, not these nowadays. This isn't the cowboys and Indians.
How many people are in jail thought they'd get away with murder?
Yeah. And like we were talking about this morning, it could be as simple as a damn cigarette butt. You know?
That's a great point, Kevin. That's a great point. So when the people that, like Ronnie Lawson said, I want people to keep searching their property. It could be something like like I said, it could be a Sonic cup from June 15th. Someone coming over there going, hell, I haven't been to Sonic in 3 years. It could be something like that. Like you said, a cigarette butt, something like that. Yeah, a hairpin.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Yeah. Anything. And it's amazing it's really weird in crime scenes. Doesn't it seem that somebody always loses something? Like something comes out of their coat, or let's say just anything. They throw down a cigarette butt and then later they realize, oh shit, and then they go back and they can't find it. Or just nowadays with forensics, man, they can it's pretty amazing, I think anyway.
Renegade Patriot said they called 911 due to CPS coming, in my opinion. That makes sense. Because when CPS was getting ready to come calling, because they knew they were coming back, all they had to say then was, she's been kidnapped.
Yep.
We lost Matrix. Matrix Rabbit, we lost you. I didn't kick you out.
No.
We lost you. Michelle, she says, will anyone apologize if it's discovered the parents had nothing to do with it? Absolutely not. They're terrible parents. 6 children from parents have been abused. Dawn has done awful things to people. Nope. I'm gonna say I'm glad that they had nothing to do with it. I've got a little bit more faith in humanity now. But you don't get Parent of the Year award because you didn't kill your daughter. Nope.
The only thing I will say is I was wrong about the abduction, but I will never say they were good parents. Absolutely not.
No, I'm not. No.
If it comes up that the parents are not charged with whatever happened to Summer exactly, they have to be charged with something like neglect or something. Like, because the truth about everything's going to come out at some point.
Trust me, they are going to be charged with abuse and neglect. Oh, I'd go to the bank with that. Seriously, this ain't over with. The CPS case, no, they haven't even begun that yet. And I think they're waiting on law strategy. I think that isn't even, who knows, maybe they're combining both cases.
That wouldn't make any sense. No, we can't put that out there. I don't see how that would happen. Do we know that they would combine both cases? Child endangerment, and murder?
No, I'm saying in my own opinion, there's a reason the CPS has not come out with anything yet. That's all I'm saying. Why haven't they if it's so cut and dry? I mean, I think that in my opinion, I think CPS definitely has a case on them. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, yeah, because they have the boys. That goes without saying. They didn't take them on
exactly
Disney World. But CPS is also not law enforcement. They make suggestions, then they press charges.
Right.
Hey, thanks for the super chat. He said there are 2 types of abduction. LE has specified that this isn't a stranger abduction. Yeah. Somebody knew that area. Yeah, Kim, that barrel's always gotten me. The for sale barrel that she was dancing around. Wow. Oh, I agree. Emery said child abuse should be a crime against humanity. Yeah, I think that the charges should really be stacked on. Yeah, I think they should have been arrested months ago. I think when they took the boys back in July, I think arrests should have been made then. You don't lose your kid not charged with something.
So I have to ask, why haven't they been?
I don't know. I don't work in that office. But when they come and they take your kids for whatever reason, because you're drunk all the time, you're not sending them to school. It may not be criminal charges. Like there's those parents that they don't make their kids go to school every day. And so they'll make them take counseling classes or something like that. It's not, they're not going to put the mom and dad in jail. Let me put it that way. But something happens. And that's what I've always wondered, what's going on with that case? Michelle said, I'm the type of person, if I saw child abuse, I would take the child myself and inform the police. Yeah. And there was a lot of eyes on Summer and the decline in her health. I mean, we saw a picture yesterday with a black eye.
Yeah.
Nope, we lost Kevin.
Oh, no, I'm just listening. I don't want you to hear any of my background noise. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why
I didn't realize how much these earbuds pick up sound, man. I can be out by the front door and you can hear my damn microwave.
Okay. First of all, Emery, thank you, my friend, and I love your puppy dog. Okay, to answer your question, Kevin, Lisa said they do have a case plan with CPS and being sober is part of it. Well, that tells me a lot because they're not sober. They're
Yeah,
not
Don
sober.
Don came
Absolutely
out
not.
and said early on, he came out and said, since Summer's been missing, I've been drinking a lot more and doing drugs a lot more, trying to cope with this. Like, he literally come out right out and said that.
Well, I got a question. When does he ever quit? That
Well,
man,
looks like he wasn't drinking last night.
No, they didn't. I thought for sure with the search going on, being on a Tuesday night, that all hell would have broke loose, but it didn't. You know why? Because they're hiding now. I don't think they don't want nothing to do with this search business, in my opinion.
Yeah, they really didn't expect this to happen.
They didn't expect when they called 911 for a very extensive and active search and Amber Alert and social media to blow up the next day. The first show that we did on this channel was June 16th. They did not expect this. They expected really nothing to happen. Just another missing child. Dawn brings up often, yeah, we got a lot of missing kids around here. Well, they don't. They don't. They don't. And what the hell is wrong with people that they think that as adults, people that care, Americans, or whatever, just moral people, that we're going to sit back and be like, oh man, too bad that kid's missing. I bet they turn up someday. That's not how it works.
Especially when it goes worldwide, like almost worldwide, like almost every state around Tennessee knows about it. Alabama, Georgia, Florida.
Well, we got Ireland, South Africa, the UK. We got people sometimes from all over
so
listening
many
to
places
this.
know about it. It really is like it's gotten out the U.S. The news has.
Joy Catcher said they thought people in their church like Robin wouldn't care and keep looking. Yeah, they thought this would all go away or nobody would ever hear about it. They would call 911. The police would come out and look around and say, okay, we'll let you know if we see anything. They weren't expecting this. Sorry. Nope, I have no proof. I have no article. Nope, nothing like that. They just couldn't have. Celeste said, I think that attitude reflects what they felt about Summer. She was invisible to them, and why would the world care that she existed? Yeah. Like, they act surprised. I mean, like, when he said, I just can't believe all these people care about Summer. Why?
That was a great point.
Is Summer not worth loving and caring about and being worried about? We're all parents. Most of us are parents, okay? Even if you're not a parent, you know what I'm saying? A child goes missing, there's something very, very wrong. Children don't just say, hey, I'm going off to do laundry and never show back up. She's 5. Come on.
And I damn sure would have never shaved my granddaughter's hair off at 5 years old, unless medically something had to be done, I don't know, or something. But that whole head shaving thing, I didn't like, period. And Candace, they were saying that she wanted to be like her mom. Candace's hair wasn't shaved in that first interview.
No, I had grown back in a little bit, but we lost Dylan.
Whatever.
Connection problems. I don't know. No, you don't shave a little girl's hair, especially when you said she wants to be a princess. Come on.
Yeah, she wants to be like Elsa. Elsa's not bald.
Well, I mean, think about
and then
this.
Dawn, she was such a beautiful young lady. Who talks about their 5-year-old like that? I mean, I'm not saying that's wrong or bad in a way, but in a way, it's just not it just doesn't really happen, does it? I don't talk to my granddaughter. She's a beautiful young lady.
No,
to me, that's freaking.
She has a name. You use her name. They don't use Summer's name.
No, they don't at all. Brooks, that's another great point. They never say her name.
No.
Really. It's always, yeah, it's always a young lady, or she always looked up. I mean, what a way to throw Candace under the bus. She was always attracted to beautiful women. Don might as well said, Candace, you're ugly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I couldn't
Oh.
believe that low blow. She always looked up to women like Robin and professional women. There's
Yeah.
sitting there with her
Yeah.
rebel hat on. I mean, come on. Anna Lizette says, we know the parents drink and talk on social media, yet they have never made incriminating statements. In my opinion, if they were guilty, they would have turned on each other and spilled the beans.
Mm-mm.
Are you new to this case? Because they've made a lot of incriminating statements. And it's okay if you are. There's a lot of new people. The fact that
Yeah,
Candace
they've made
story so
they've
many
made a ton of them.
the fact that Candace has changed her story from what happened on June 15th, that's incriminating enough. When you don't even know where you were. You can't, when your story changes, when you're using past tense, when you're saying, oh, well, I'll just see her in the resurrection, that's very incriminating.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always knew something was going to happen to her.
That's pretty, yeah,
You know, just the whole thing. And another thing that's incriminating, in my opinion, was the inside of that frickin' house. Okay? In Summer's bedroom. If that's not incriminating, I don't know what is.
Okay, that's where I have to separate things. That's where I have to separate things. Because your house is under construction, a mess, whatever, that does not mean that you're going to kill your child. You're going to sell your child, drop your child off, whatever the theories are. It's their behaviors. That is what, and the house is disgusting. It's not safe. Nope, it's not safe at all. Nope, it's not.
That's not even the point I was trying to make. What I was trying to say was, as far as incriminating, I may have used it the wrong way, but it's awful telling of what Summer's bedroom looked like. Okay, compared to Mom Patrol. Really, that's incriminating, kind of. I mean, Candace is portraying this helicopter mom, and then you look at doing the dishes and the laundry, and then you look into that house and then Summer's mattress on the floor with a scrawny ass blanket. I don't mean that they murdered a kid because of that people have dirty houses kill their kids. That's not what I was saying at all.
No, I just wanted to separate that real quick. That because
I hear you.
Yeah, but the house was not
somebody
safe.
will jump on that.
Yep. So we gotta keep that stuff.
Yeah.
It was filthy, and there's no reason to have a filthy ass house.
No.
There's no reason to have a filthy ass house. Okay.
You can get rags and some water at least. Look how dirty Summer was.
And I'm not saying that Candace has to do it all. I'm not saying Don has to do it all.
No.
Every child has a chore. You can keep your house.
Why didn't Grandma step her ass up and be a grandmother? She failed Summer too. The grandma. She let her damn daughter carry on like that while she laid her ass up in that camper.
Yeah.
If she was a grandma, she would have been all over Candace. I would have took the damn kids myself. If I was a grandma, I would have got those kids out of there. Because that's ridiculous. The shit that those kids had to live with. That's terrible, in my opinion.
I've always wondered how, as a grandparent, you can watch that circus and sit back and just say, well, I'm just going to go to my camper. She already had 2 grandkids, that were raised by the state of Wisconsin because Candace is neglectful. So she's going to watch 4 more and not do anything, All right. So
and her daughter's missing.
Yeah. Imre said, Don said he has 7 alibis and Candace has none and she's going down. That's pretty incriminating. I agree. That's very incriminating. Can't take that back. Can't take that back. Yeah, Humpty said those poor children born into that kind of life. Exactly. Exactly. House
Yeah,
of
it's terrible. Summer had 5 years of never, she was 5 years old and really never had parents, or anyone that really, really cared. No, she never had none of that. She lived in hell for 5 years, in my opinion. So I'll never change my mind about that at all. No way. I feel sorry for them kids. They're scarred for life, and one of them got gone. Those boys have scars on them in their hearts until, it's sad. It is sad, but it makes you angry. They didn't deserve that. None of them kids. Summer didn't deserve that. Them boys damn sure didn't deserve it.
None of them deserved it.
You know?
Kids didn't ask to be here. Kids did not ask to
No.
be here.
No.
And like Humpty said, imagine what those children all saw and experienced. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
And I'm not saying you got to. Go ahead, Brooks. I'm sorry.
Oh, hello, Doug. No thanks, said. He gave a clap to the chat. No, kids didn't ask to be here.
Douglas.
Kids didn't ask to be here. And so,
No, they didn't.
We know how they get here, okay? And then, 6 kids. 6 kids. I can't. It's crazy.
Well, somebody told me Candace got her tubes tied and burned or whatever after she had Summer. Well, I hope that's the case. I hope that lady never has another kid. Seriously. They don't deserve children, in my opinion. Like the old saying, every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yep, mesmerizing blue eyes said 8 if you add Dawn's. All of them, every one of them. And people are really saying, are you going to apologize? What?
No.
Why don't we start sympathizing with these children and not the adults? What is going on?
I'm not apologizing for shit.
What is going on when we're more worried about adults that can take care of themselves than the children?
Just somebody starting trouble. That's all it is. If you can sympathize with those parents, the way they treated their kids, well, I can't wrap my brain around that. Sorry. I can't. I never will. Never have been able to. I'm not saying every parent makes mistakes raising their kids. They
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely.
There's things you do that you want to take back. But my God, look at the dysfunction in that family. That is beyond feeling bad about something you said or, that is just straight out abuse and neglect.
A school play you missed, a field trip you couldn't get off work for, yeah, exactly. That's totally different. Emma Austin said, I hate when folks call them animals. Animals feed, look after, and protect their offspring. Exactly. Animals are better. And don't think it's just the Wells. This is not an uncommon problem. This is not uncommon, believe it or not.
No, it's terrible. No, it's a very bad problem in today's society. Kids are being neglected around the world constantly. It's just, and it's getting worse, it seems. Or either that or social media exposes more, and it's always been going on. I don't know, but you're right. Not just the Wells kids. Huh.
Nope.
There's a lot of them.
Coming up in an hour, we're going to talk about another family because those kids still need help. Josh said, I have 5 kids and I welcome anyone to go to my Facebook page and take witness to how well a recovering addict can take care of their children. Exactly.
There you go.
People recover and do the right thing for what's most important. They do.
Yeah. I abused alcohol, cocaine, opiates for 26 years. Okay, I'm not Mr. Perfect by no means. But yeah,
Nope.
she's totally correct. You can straighten your life out.
Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. We're not saying that. I'm not. You're not.
Nope,
Nobody here is.
I'm not.
Nobody here is. Annie said, Don said he has 7 alibis and Candace has none. Exactly. Exactly.
There was one perfect person and they nailed him to a tree. So, yeah, nobody's perfect. No way. And I'm not claiming to be at all. Not at all.
Kat said, Dawn is a self-confessed SO and DV live on
Yep.
YouTube. I will never apologize and I will never explain. Don't need to.
There you go.
Don't need to. Proof's in the pudding. Okay, Lisa has a really good point. A really good point. She said, obviously, it's common. That's why we have all the Don Candace supporters. They don't see anything wrong with their lifestyle because those people live like that too. That's the
Birds
reason.
of a feather flock together.
That's why they're sympathetic.
Yeah, birds of a feather is what that is.
Yeah.
If you agree with their lifestyle, then you better go get some counseling now. Like today. If you agree with the Wells lifestyle, then I seriously question your sanity.
Oh, hang on. I got to clear up a comment. No, Josh. We're not talking about you. We're saying you did awesome. You did awesome. We're actually using you as an example of someone who put all that behind you for the betterment of your children and to be a good father. No. We're not talking about you at all. No. No. We've had a lot of people in chat over the last few months that are like, I don't want to hear about the drugs. I don't want to hear about the alcohol. I don't want to hear about the meth, the opioids, whatever, because they're like, I've lived that life and I got over it for my children. For my children. My children were worth more than that R&R whiskey. My children were worth more than pills I bought from someone around the area. My children were worth more than meth or heroin. My children were worth more than all of that.
Yeah, people can change for sure. There's proof of it everywhere in the world today. You just gotta want to make the change, or you've had enough and you're beat down so bad that you have nowhere else to turn but upwards. You get out of that black hole. I've been down in that thing. It ain't fun.
And I'm not shaming anybody for drinking. I don't care who smokes pot, not my business. If you need something for your back, I don't care. I mean, there's nothing wrong with at the end of your day, you're like, hey, I'm going to have some wine or whatever. But when you can't take care of your kids because you are so far into your addiction, it's a problem, a big, big problem. Exactly. You got to want it. You got to want it. You got to want a better life for your children than you ever had. You're not going to hit the lottery. You have to want better for them than what you've ever had.
Well, Brooks, we talked about this before. Remember, we had the Nikki Gracious video played. Remember?
Yeah.
When that's back when we were talking, there were people that were talking to us that had straightened their life out. They were on drugs, and now they've got their kids back, everything. They've gotten their priorities straight. But it's not for the lazy. It takes a lot of work sometimes. It all depends on how far you're down in that hole. And that's the definition of sanctification. It's not how far you're down in the hole. It's how long it takes you to get out.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yep. He said facts. And Don, Wells, and Candace should have been able to make the change long before this. Long before they got together and had 4 more children. They each had already lost 2 kids. You're exactly right. He said that since this, they still have not and have lost every child. They don't even deserve kids. So exactly, Joyce said, what is their bottom going to be? You would think Summer getting gone would be the ultimate. That would be your rock bottom. What's it going to take? I can tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. They're going to get sober in jail. Someone is. And for people that say
Remember,
they're going to get away with this and the police aren't doing anything and the police are corrupt, have you ever heard of an empty jail? Prisons and jails are full. They're full. They're working on this. They're working on it. They're going to
and the
get
thing
sober.
of it is,
It's not going to be fun, but they're going to get sober.
I've said this before that, in my opinion, summer is what happens when this shit goes by for years and isn't taken care of or handled correctly. It escalates. And look what happened. Look, just from abuse, neglect, and all the other shit escalating throughout the years. You know, now you see the final result of it. Summer, in my opinion.
Summer broke the cycle.
Yep, exactly.
And exactly like what ICU said. But it's CPS's fault, shaking my head. CPS isn't the mama or the daddy. Just like now I'm hearing it's law enforcement's fault. Law enforcement didn't take her. Law enforcement didn't take her. You shouldn't have law enforcement involved in your life. You shouldn't have CPS involved in your life. Why would you want them around? Why? You want red, white, and blue flashing lights in your driveway? Bullshit. We know whose fault it is. We know. Crazy.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's escalating from what's happened throughout the years, and finally summer broke the cycle. You're right. That's exactly what happened.
And Summer is going to get justice. She is. Will it be today?
Yep.
Probably not. Tomorrow? I don't know. It takes a
Will it
long time. But I'm telling you, these people that keep calling TBI, FBI, Hawkins County saying, hey, did you watch such and such last night? Nope. Nope. Yep, you're right, Clark. She saved her brothers too. She did. And Deb's right. All their kids are gone and they're partying it up. I hope it's
Yep,
today.
she did. That's a great point. She did. She saved her brothers. Yep. Now, how sad is that? Huh.
Yep, I'm going to tie the show up with this comment right here because we were talking about the other day. Michelle is spot on. After this search, Dawn will be blaming Dr. Phil and cussing the searchers again. It's a matter of time, my friends. It's a matter of time because it's always someone else's fault. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
If they don't find Summer, Don's going to be saying, yeah, we've been trying to tell them all along that she got abducted. You know, they're wasting their damn time out here because that's what he did. He's already throwing Equisearch under the bus and law enforcement. And so is Candace.
Yep. And Celine, okay, I said I was going to stop with that comment, but the comments are too good. They always are. We have the best chat. I'm telling you, you guys are the best.
Yeah, we do.
Celine said they planned something that day. That's why Dawn took the car. Yeah. Nothing about that day makes sense. That day is so unusual from their other days.
Yeah, all eyes on Summer that day.
But not
that right there is enough of a red flag.
But not the three boys. Not the three boys.
Yeah.
No. And Dawn calls Candace to say some pedo is looming around the property, but she still goes swimming to the hippie house, to Sonic. She's in no hurry to get home. Has anyone thought about that? Wouldn't you get right home? Wouldn't you get right home? Wouldn't you get right home?
He's always said.
You had a phone call like that.
He's always said, I knew something was going to happen this summer. Well, what about the boys there, Don? Weren't you feared for them? Yeah. See, it's all bullshit is what it is. Yeah.
It is. All right, guys, we're going to wind this down. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time because I have a dentist appointment tomorrow morning. So come back. We'll be back at noon. We'll be back at noon today. We're going to talk about what's going on in the Turpin family case. And it's going to be a very interesting show. And just, hey, thanks everybody for being here. You guys show up every morning. Great,
Yep.
great chat, great comments. Oh, Christina said first time here. Yeah.
Well, welcome, Christina. Yeah, thanks everybody for being here day in and day out for over 5 months now, keeping Summer's name out there, exposing her parents for who they truly are, is helping find Summer.
Hang on 1 second before we go. Christina said, great show, first time here. Not sure what you want your channel to be about, but I'd stray away from saying she took a pic with a black guy. Like being around black people. No one said that. I didn't say that. Kevin didn't say that.
We've never said that. We have never been racial whatsoever.
No, no one said that. Unless you saw something in chat. I don't know. We didn't say that. I've never seen a picture with, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we have never been racist whatsoever. One of our best YouTube friends is African American. Come on.
God. If there was some kind of creepy picture, we put the picture up, but we wouldn't be like, oh, because it's a black guy. No, that's never happened, and that would never happen on
I'm
here.
not going there.
We're not. No, that's crazy.
I wouldn't even be on this channel if shit like that was going on. Yeah, that's just, I don't know what that's about, but
nobody said that. I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Got it out of here and it gets sent everywhere. No one said that.
No.
I don't even know what picture we're talking about. I have no idea. Anyway, hey, you guys, don't forget to hit the sub button. Get reminded. I said black eye. Black eye, not black guy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I said we showed a picture yesterday with her with the black eye. Oh my
Turn your hearing aid up. Wow.
Well, it could be my accent.
See?
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
Chat. Thank you, chat. Thank you.
That just goes to show you how things can get twisted.
Yeah. But also we address comments and we're like, we didn't say that. And we get it. No, that's not what we meant. I didn't mean that at all. Yep, great show. We're gonna see you guys back here at noon. So it's about 50 minutes away. So make sure you come back, and it's gonna be a really interesting case. Not sure how many shows we're gonna do on it, but there's just some things that we need to address with it. And
thanks everybody from our bottom of our hearts.
Yep, best chat ever, best on YouTube. We appreciate every one of you. Thanks for being here every day, and cannot wait to see you back here in a few minutes. And until then, bye-bye.
Bye.